Now, look, some kind of personal matter, we're told, by Kensington Palace. Highly unusual, though, for such a senior member of the royal family to pull out of an event like this, not only a public event, but also an event that's actually got very personal significance to him, as this was a memorial service for his late godfather, but also added to that at a time when so many of the senior figures in the royal family are not available due to ill health to attend public events. What do you read into this?
Well, it wasn't that long ago, Julia, that we were praising Palace Aides for being frank and telling us all sorts of things about various matters. But this has just opened up all sorts of speculation. They make it clear it's a personal matter. They also make it clear that the Princess of Wales is recovering, as you know, has continued to be doing well following her abdominal surgery. We know that the King can't be there because he's battling cancer. We know that the Queen was leading the ceremony. We know that Prince William was King Constantine's godson. Now, this is something that's been in the diary for months. This is not something that just suddenly cropped up. We know that it was going to happen. It was a big memorial service. Not only that, it's his godfather, and he was due to give a reading. So there can only be one or two reasons as to why William has not turned up. And we're doing exactly what we shouldn't be doing, but because the palace aren't telling us anything.
But there's inevitably going to be speculation. Yeah. And I think you and I would both agree. Look, you've been a royal watcher for many years. I've always been of the view that actually it's royal fans that cause the intrusion into royal lives by being obsessed with this stuff. But yeah, it's news. You know, they're talking about a future head of state. We're talking about things. We have so much more information now than we used to have. But because of the age we're living in, 24-hour rolling news, social media, the speculation goes out there. It's no longer controlled as it would have been certainly at the start of your career, where basically there'd be a media blackout on this stuff.
Yeah, and this is the problem. We've got social media who has not yet kicked in yet as to speculation as to what's going on. I mean, unfortunately, is it one of the kids? If it was one of the kids, that's fair enough. He's got to look at. They're very, very family orientated. Has he got a cold? Has he got COVID? It just opens up all sorts of questions, and I'm afraid the palace are going to have to come up with something else other than it's a personal matter. To dampen down any speculation. We're doing so well at the moment, what with the illnesses that we've had with the Princess of Wales and the King, everybody's supportive of them. And I'm sure if it was a personal matter of great significance, that William would get exactly the same sort of comfort from various people.
Yeah, well, indeed. I mean, look, people obviously instantly, the speculation when we saw that announcement from Kensington Palace, personal matter, personal reasons has also been given. I mean, same thing, obviously. Immediately, we jumped to speculation. Was it something related to Kate and her health? Obviously, his wife recuperating from, long term from what is quite clearly very serious abdominal surgery. You only know that detail about it. Sure. But Kensington Palace immediately did say that she is recovering and continues to be doing well. So we put it away. I mean, look, we could be talking about this. It could be, I don't want to be too tacky. It could be, frankly, he's eaten something dodgy. Let's face it, we've all had those days. A little bit. Can't get off the loo, can't get out of the bathroom, and there's no way he can attend. It could be something like that, but you don't want to make that public. It could be something as silly as that, couldn't it?
It could be. Absolutely. You're absolutely. You could have woken up this morning and just felt awful. We've all done it. We've all had something dodgy the night before or whatever, or we just didn't feel like, going to work that particular day. But I have to say, whatever the personal matter is, there's got to be something that has prevented him going to an event which, when I say he was looking forward to, it was a memorial service, but it was for his late godfather and the King's second cousin. So, clearly that was something that was set down some time ago. So,
and the fact that the King can't be there as well, which means it's more important. Well, in terms of this, I'd like to point out actually there's some footage of everyone arriving. Obviously, the Queen was leading, Queen Camilla was leading the royal guests there. Prince Andrew was there along with his daughters, but also his wife, Sarah Ferguson, as well. Very much, family event in the fold. But how well is this thinned down royal family working? There's still a lot of speculation about that Prince Harry would happily come back and do some royal duties, and the palace basically saying, no, you ain't coming back as a part-time working royal, mate. You've been and gone. But nevertheless, there aren't as many royals to go round when you've only got a few of them, and when you do, unfortunately, have two very senior, very popular figures in the King and in the Princess of Wales out of action long-term due to health reasons.
Well, I think they're coping as well as can be expected, to be perfectly honest. You're absolutely right. I mean, this speculation about Prince Harry, I don't believe for an instant that Harry was quite happy to come back. I mean, he was going to jet, thousands of miles every so often just to do a royal job and then go back again. It's ridiculous. And I'm not terribly sure that the royal family would have wanted him to do anything. Plus, of course, let's not forget, Harry comes back and starts doing royal duties. You've got the booing element coming in as well, because he's not exactly, flavour of the month in this country, at the moment. But, the king has always wanted to have a slimmed down monarchy, a small caucus of working royals. And that is the problem when you have a small number of people. You get one off ill, you get two off ill, and then it's like, oh God, what's going to happen now? Yeah. They will survive. The Princess of Wales will be back. The King will be back. And hopefully, whatever the personal matter that William's been involved in, he'll be back as well very shortly.
Charlie Ray, thank you very much indeed, former royal editor of The Sun.
Pleasure.
Thank you.